Narmada and greetings from the banks of my Narmada. For those of you who have been following this channel, you would know that a few days ago I uploaded a video which I then took down again. There was some issues with the sound which no doubt had something to do with the rendering process. It was a little bit of a mystery at the time, but the experience certainly reinforced a few valuable lessons for me. The most important two being equanimity. How did I react to that situation? And I'm pleased to say that I never overreacted, and the other important lesson that was reinforced was vairagya, which is a Sanskrit word for dispassion or renunciation. And it just made me think again about being dispassionate and how important that is on the spiritual journey. And so once that had happened, I thought, well, time to move on. As I'd said before, this journey is not about looking backwards or ever going backwards, but to keep moving forwards. But I woke this morning with the intuitive thought that I wanted to somehow recreate that video. Unfortunately, I cannot get that raw footage back, and the original video has also been permanently deleted. And I know there are ways of trying to recover that material, but I certainly don't have the inclination or the will or the time to want to be doing that. But what I am going to do is recreate the movie or the video using the still pics that I have of that section of the journey. What's important about doing this is I know that there are some of you out there that have been following this channel quite carefully because you are planning your own Narmada Parikrama at some point in time, and so you are using some of this footage and some of these locations to get a clearer idea of what this journey is all about. And so I felt that I wanted to do that so that there's some continuity in terms of the viewing of this channel. And so what will follow is my rendition of the journey from Tavra to Dver using still pics. I met some fascinating people along the way, and there are some beautiful shrines and temples that I believe are worth visiting. So I hope you enjoy what follows. As I say, using still pics only, no video footage. And the third reason for wanting to do this is that I just thought it would be fun to do something a little different and create a movie not using video but stills only. So I do hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you along the way. Narmada. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. It was cool and fresh the morning I left Tavra and started making my way towards Nikora, and I was blessed with a variety of colors from the bougainvillea species, which lifted my spirits and put a spring in my step. After passing through Nikora, I walked along the bank of my Narmada to the temple and shrine that has been built in honor of Dayan Yogi Madhusudan Das Ji. It is a magnificent structure that is now used as a place of worship and meditation by devotees and disciples from around the world. A kilometer further along the bank of my Narmada, I visited the ashram of Swami Manish Anandiji before making my way through the red rose fields to the ashram of Baba Sai Baba Ji, where I spent the night. Baba Sai Baba Ji is an amazing sadhu who has walked all over India and done 3 Narmada Parikramas, but he has done them all by walking backwards. Baba Sai Baba Ji then took me to visit Swami Jai Ramdas Ji, who was born in France, but came to India at a very young age with a great vision and expectation towards the realization of God. As a result of more than 4 decades of sadhana and hardship, this sadhu has become a true Hindu saint, and I was humbled and filled with gratitude to have had the opportunity to spend some time in his presence. His autobiography, An Indian Yogi in a French Body, is a must-read. Following day, I made my way to the Yogananda Ashram, which is located on the outskirts of the little village of Nand. As a devotee and disciple of Gurudev Paramahansa Yogananda Ji, I felt very inspired to spend the night in this beautifully maintained ashram. The following day, I made my way to the Karkateshwar Mahadev Mandir, which is evidently thousands of years old. After a breakfast there, I started making my way towards the little village of Dver, where I intended staying for my Narmada's Jayanti, or birth anniversary. It was a long day, but the walk along the canal was exceptionally beautiful. I would end up spending 3 nights at the Aneksetra of Vinubai Sundarkant Ji and take part in a wonderful Jayanti celebration. As I watched the sun go down from the banks of my Narmada, just outside the little village of Dver, I reflected on the powerful and profound way in which this Narmada Parikrama has enhanced my spiritual life, and all I could do was bow my head, go down onto my knees, and say thank you, thank you, thank you.